there, my name is Billy Ray Sue Amy, and welcome to my cooking show. It's called Southern Cooking with Billy Ray Sue Amy. And I'm going to show you how to cook biscuits, rolls, pies. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. If you want to know how to cook Southern, let me tell you something. I'm going to teach you. So just stay tuned and see what we're going to be making today. Well, hi there. Looks like you stayed put. Well, today, I know you're dying to know what we're going to be cooking up. And today we're going to be making homemade rolls. It's going to be so good. So what you're going to need is, you're going to need a measuring bowl, a measuring cup, some measuring spoons, some Walmart canola oil, some sea salt from Santa Maria, some sugar, and some of that dollar store yeast, and some gold medal flour. I'll start out with some water, some hot water. So I don't know how y'all get your water, but I know mine finally comes out of the spigot now, which is so nice. So what we're going to do is we're going to get us 2 cups of hot water, okay? So get your hot water, my cup right here, and I'm going to get me 2 cups of hot water. Fill her up nice and hot. Yeah, baby. 2 cups of hot water, you're going to pour it into your bowl. Just like so, just like so. And then you're going to take your sugar. Your sugar is, you know, wherever you get your sugar. Sugar. And for this recipe, we're going to do 1/4 cup of sugar, which I hope there's 1/4 cup in here. So if not, I mean, I don't know what I'm going to do. Let's see here, about 1/4 cup of sugar. And what you're going to do is take that sugar, you're going to put it right in there. Right in like so. You're going to swish it around, And what I like to do is I like to get me a spoon. I don't know about y'all, you're going to see my messy drawer. It's cool. It's called I Cook a Lot. So you get you a spoon. You stir that sugar up just like so. So get it all stirred up in that hot water. Because this actually right here, this is going to proof that yeast. See, so you can have them nice and yummy rolls. So what we're going to do here is stir it. Okay, and then you're going to cut your packet of yeast open, which I got my yeast from the dollar store, which I got to support my Dollar General market, right? So, got to get a pair of scissors, which there was 3 in that whole roll, and I'm going to use all 3. And I'm going to dump it into my bowl, just like so. And what you're going to do is you're going to let this yeast, don't drop your yeast packet in there, oh please. That goes in with the love right there. So you're going to get your yeast packets, and you're going to stir them in just like so. I'll put it in my bowl over there. And while this is proofing, which you want to leave it sit for about 15-20 minutes. And when you come back, I'll show you what it's going to look like when you come back. But you're going to let it proof as for right now. And we'll go with Billy Ray Sue Ann's Special Moments while we wait. This is, I guess, Special Thoughts with Billy Ray Sue Ann right here, babe. Special thoughts. Oh, what makes me feel special about this recipe? I'd have to say this recipe is a very old recipe, and I remember my grandma. My grandma always making these rolls. I tell you what, there was never a roll left, and she'd have to double, triple, quadruple that batch. So, you know, while you're thinking, oh my gosh, I gotta make these rolls for these freaking people and they're gonna eat them all. Just think about the love. I mean, the love that goes into making these rolls. I mean, yeah, you got a lot of waiting time and there's a lot of just dough rolling and you gotta roll them out. But look at the smile on, like, Cousin Jed's face and Cletus and my cousin Ray. And, I mean, they just so happy eating them rolls. And it just makes it a warm feeling, especially if it's like Thanksgiving and you got the possum all dressed up. Or like it's Christmas time and you make coon stew. I mean, who don't like some coon stew? I'll tell you what, them rolls go good with coon stew, but we ain't got time for that. So that's my special moments, like about my roll making. And I'll tell you what, it touches right here. And I mean, sometimes it feels like it's right in here, But that's the goodness working. That's the goodness working. To see if our yeast has proofed, and it looks like it's doing very, very well. It should look like it should be very frothy, and it should smell like Grandpappy's feet, because I mean, proof yeast stinks. I give it a nice stir up after it proofed like that, and then I just give it a few seconds to proof up again. But what you can do is start measuring out your stuff, which I never use measuring spoons or anything, but since I'm doing this video for y'all, I just figured I'd break out these spoons. I usually use this nifty cap right here. This cap right here, that's a tablespoon to me, but I'm just going to show you how I do it. I take this canola oil from Walmart, which, oh my goodness, got to put Walmart on the map. Like, okay, Walmart, here we come. We're going to do you right now with some canola oil. So what I do is I put 3 of these caps in there. You know, I like my oil in my roll, baby. Oil in my roll. And when you get all 3 of these filled up and in there, I like to put my salt in. Which, my recipe, I always, you know, figure about, you know, about a teaspoon of salt in that oil. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pop the top off this box of salt. And we're going to take our spoons, teaspoon right there. Gonna scoop me out a teaspoon of salt. And I'm going to put it right in there. Just like so. And then I'm going to take my spoon, I'm going to stir this all up. Stir it. And you know, when you fill that salt straight in the bottle, you got to get all that out of there. You got to get her stirred up in there. Yeah, till it's smooth. Nice and smooth, nice and smooth. Now we're going to start adding our flour. Now you can do this by hand, or you can use a nifty KitchenAid, which, thank the Lord, I have one of them bad boys. Because I tell you what, I used to do it by hand, and I love my KitchenAid, which it's no different doing it by hand than it is with the KitchenAid, but the KitchenAid does all the work. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to do it on the KitchenAid. And if you want me to do it by hand, you just let me know, because I can show you how to do it by hand too. So what we're going to do is we're going to get our flour. My bowl transferred over to my KitchenAid. I haven't done nothing new with it, just moved my bowl over. I got my dough hook on my KitchenAid, and what we're going to do is we're going to just measure out a couple cups of flour. We're going to take a little bit at a time with the flour, because you don't need to go all crazy with the flour, because the more flour you put in this mixture, I'll tell you what, you don't want it too dry, because you're going to end up with like a nugget, like a gold nugget of bread, and you don't want that. You want nice, fluffy, soulful rolls, okay, baby? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my cup, and we're going to start measuring out the flour. Look how pretty that is with that flour all over the counter. It just looks so pretty, doesn't it? So I'm going to put my 2 cups in here, and just throw that 2 cups in that bowl. Pull this down. Let her go to town here. And it's probably going to need a couple cups of flour in there. Yeah, I'm going to add 2 more cups. So I got a total of 4 cups of flour in there. I'm going to kick it up on high. Now, if you're using a spoon, you can be doing the same thing with a spoon. It ain't no different. Just keep stirring. And you just let this thing do its thing here. I mean, it does get harder with a spoon. You can actually turn it out with a little bit of flour on the surface and start rolling it out. But I like just to let mine go through the KitchenAid. But I know not everybody got one of these things. About the consistency. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull it out of there. See how it just falls off there? You don't want it real liquidy, but you don't want it real dry. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull it off. Okay, so now I'm going to move my dough over to my counter. And I ain't got no saran wrap because I forgot to get it at the Dollar General. So I'm going to use towels like the old people did. And you just put them towels over there and let it sit for about 2 hours. Half hour. So what we're going to do, we're going to take these towels off because I ran out of, you know, saran wrap. Oh, I got a little sticky there. That's all right. We'll just rinse that out, which that's why it's really nice to have saran wrap on there. But what we're going to do is we're going to flour. I'm going to grab my bowl. And I'm going to dump it right on the flour. And I just used my hand to scrape the bowl out and put it on that pile. So what I did was I put my flour on the surface with my dough. I'm going to just start rolling it just like this. If you need a little bit of extra dough, do it like this. What I'm going to do is we're going to knead it. so we're going to roll it into, what I do is I roll it into a log. And I got a little tool here. Let me find a little tool. And first of all, what you're going to do is you're going to butter your glass dish. Glass is just best for rolls. Just like this. Just smudge it around. You know, just smudge it on there like you would gravy. Just smother it in butter. Just like so. Look at that, that's beautiful. Now what you're going to do next is you're going to start rolling out your rolls. Well, they call rolls for a reason, because you make them a rolls. Cut. And I just do it like this. Oh no, man, I might do 2 pans. Just one. Okay. So what I do is I roll it out like that, just like that. Slap it in there. And if you think they might be a little too big, you can cut them in half, which you just want like a handful of roll. You're going to roll it, roll it, roll it. Smack it in there. Well, that might be a little too big. Let me just chop him in half. And then I'm just going to do this same as the other one. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover them up with a towel again, but it's not going to be as messy as before. But you put the towel on there and you leave them for about 15-20 minutes to raise again. And while that's doing that, put your oven, I'd say put your oven on about, 320, or well, I'd say 350. Put your oven about 350, 365. So they raised for their 15-20 minutes. And what I'm going to do is I just transfer them right into the oven on 350 degrees, baby. And we'll let these cook up for about 25 minutes. And I'll tell you how long they took. You just got to keep watching them, and then I'll show you the next step after this. Just hold on, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and pull them out, and then I'll show you our next step. Rolls, nice and brown. And I'm going to put some butter on these rolls. I always just do it like this. Rub the butter right on top. And when I get done, I'm gonna roll them out onto a towel. And the bottoms might stick a little bit. If you want to run a spatula underneath, you can. Up to you. Everybody's gonna eat them anyways. Here is our rolls, baby. Baby. And that there is how you make Southern rolls. And this is what your finished product looks like. There's not one darn tootin' roll.